Okay, I think we've heard about this many, many times. There's a lot of commercial interest and of course academic interest in the luxury market. We know that it is strong, it is growing, and there are many factors contributing to this. We feel that one of the major ones would be when the luxury sector, we saw a democratization, where luxury became more accessible to people through brand extensions, through prestige brands, super premium brands, and so on. And more people got their taste of luxury, it whetted their appetites. Okay? And all of a sudden, there's a perceptual shift. Right? Luxury consumption is no longer seen as conspicuous waste, but it is a source of creative and emotional value. And we definitely see this in the young adult consumers. They may be the nibblers at first, okay, but they also want to have more and more luxury in their lives as they grow. And there is a great deal of market potential, and they're also very unique in terms of their motivations, the attitudes towards luxury, and that's the impetus for what we're doing. How about the luxury market in Singapore? I think we've seen some very interesting figures. We may not be purchasing as much or not growing as much, but together with the more mature markets like Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, luxury is very much a way of life here. What is our research objective primarily? We really want to understand what are the meanings that are attached to luxury consumption by young adults. We want to know their motivations behind some of these behaviors, right? And we know they grew up in a very different time. So the framework we're using is from the Prestige Seeking Framework, okay, by Verron and Johnson, all right? And we use this, again, as our starting point. There are 5 values in them, and you can see the first 3 are more public or socially oriented, and then the last 2 are more private and personally oriented. So again, like I said, there's no dichotomy, but we see a bit of both, okay, and that's what we talk about the extent. We'll be looking at this in more detail when I show you the findings, but basically you can see what's happening here. The conspicuous value really is about the envy of others, right? So again, you can see the other there. The social value, conformity to aspirational groups, again, the other. And the differentiation, right, the unique value. There's always, again, how do we differentiate ourselves? There must be someone we're differentiating ourselves from. And last but not least, the emotional and quality value, again, the hedonism, right, what do I get out of it, the pleasure of consuming, and of course the characteristics of the product that I enjoy. Interestingly, a lot of people talk about this in the survey. There's a progression, right? This is what I currently own, this is what I want to own, and then in the future. There's a tier, current favorites, and then going on to aspirational brands. Right? So this is progression, it's not regression. The next bag I own will be better, more luxurious than my current one. So that's for conspicuous value. The unique value, we find this very interesting. Because to be unique, right, to stand out requires strategies. And we found very interesting strategies through the interviews that we had. How do you stand out? How do you be unique? You can choose a differentiated product, okay? Like for example, Priscilla says, I have a Gucci bag that's a different color, it's a very unique color, so it's different from other people. You could also do that by seeking variety overseas. So if you buy something that is not available in the local market, right? And when you travel, you stock up, you buy things that are different. Or you can seek obscure brands. No one knows what it is unless you're an insider. You can tell by the weave, by the buckle, right? There's no logo. So that's how you really differentiate yourself. Let's move on. The emotional value. This is one of our favorites. You can see what's happening here. All the 3 women talking about pampering, rewards, okay, and indulgences. This is all about self-gratification, about a hedonic pleasure of owning something beautiful and as a reward to myself. Right, so I've gone through the 5 values that was in the Prestige Seeking Framework, and then we found a 6th value. Right? What is happening here is we see a congruency, right? So after all the 5 we talked about, this is the one that came out over and over again. Identity. The congruency between the brand and the self and the desired self-image that I want to portray. We may discover in time to come more personally oriented motivations that we may not know of, right? As this segment continues to grow and continues to mature. And we've heard a lot about this. When we did the research, we did not focus really on digital or social media, but part of the interview, right, people talk about shopping online, going online, and using social media in the consumption behavior, so we think that that's going to become more important in time to come. And so in conclusion, we'll share with you an evolving segment of young adult consumers. We have looked at the tendency to attach private meanings or personally oriented meanings to luxury, and we've looked at some of the unique motivations and the need to differentiate itself, and we've introduced a new value, identity value. Right, and thank you